Hey everybody, Dragnix here again, showing you guys a little bit more about Disagea 5, in particular character customization and all you can do in this netherworld here that is owned by Seraphina at this point. We got a lot of printies going on, I know, there's a lot of penguins. I like penguins, alright? So, let's get right to it. So first you have your quest shop. Quest shop, of course, is where you can get and accept quests, and turn in quests. For example, you can have quests like this. I'm a pro thief. I had to get somebody with a statistic of hit for 200 value. I do that, I conclude the quest, and I get this secret scroll, Agile Guy. Simple enough. Study together, same thing with intellect. These quests vary all the way from, certain statistics to killing certain characters to getting certain amount of items to earning enough gold at this point. So there are a lot to do, and there are quests that you can accept of various types. Get 20 netherworld citizens, get weapon mastery up to 15. There are a bunch, 2,000, 20,000 in hit. Jeez, I don't know when that's gonna happen, but you can only have 10 at a time, so you have to focus on the ones that you really want at this point. And honestly, there's reason to do it. There are a lot of good items that come from it. So always keep it in mind when looking at the next section. We're gonna go over this way. Not sure why I went. Equipment shop, this is where you can buy new equipment, of course. Item shop, you guys have seen that before. Now, one thing to note though is that as you buy and sell new items, you do get a product and customer rank, and that will mean more items for you to grab. Equipment is very important in this game, obviously, like in most RPGs, especially with the fact that once you level, if you don't level up your equipment, you're probably not going to be doing enough damage to even register at that point. Items, of course, same thing. Healing items, so you guys have seen this before. Skills. Skill levels. Welcome. It's about skills and evilties. Not exactly sure how to pronounce that. So, as your character battles, he will earn something called mana. It's not MP points, this is mana. That mana can be used to upgrade your skills. For example here, I can use my mana for Killia here to upgrade his triple strike. Notice the power is D+, I enhance it. Now it's a C, so overall it is a little bit more SP points, but I also get a lot more strength out of it. So I can customize which skills that I go after at this point. Same thing with Seraphia. I can, upgrade her skill for Espor. I could even do it with range. So for example, I can enhance the range so that it can hit 2 characters at once. Seems reasonable at this point. Now this mana is finite. You do get more when you battle at this point, but you have to keep in mind that there are other reasons to use your mana, as I will show you later on. Now, this is important again. There are definitely skills you are going to want to increase for certain characters. Like Ivory here is my healing powerhouse. I'm definitely going to want to enhance her range and her ability to use that power in question. So I'm just going to spend a lot of healing just on getting that heal up faster at this point. Now, evilties, I don't know how to pronounce that. I apologize. Are certain skills that you can equip to your character to, boost him up. So, for example, let's go with Geese, our deceased SI Overlord. So, Reduction Curse. I can learn this if there's a cost for each skill to be used, and that means there's 25% chance to inflict shrink when attacking normally. Seems reasonable, so I'll learn that, and I'll have to equip it later. Things like Margaret, for example, it could be class-based. Impromptu, team attack chance increased by 50%. That seems reasonable. So each skill is going to be based on who is the person doing it. See Dynamic Vision, Dream Invitation, Reverse Harem, stuff like that. Increased stats by male ally units not on the map times 5%. Seems like a weird skill, but that can come into play with things like your squads that are off doing other things. So keep that in mind. All right, you can also convert evalities that you've learned into more mana. So like right now, I'm not using this one for Frankie because I find myself, using all the evalities that I can. So I'm gonna actually convert it and get more mana out of it. Why would I want to do that? It takes mana to earn. Well, there are certain items, like image change, for example, that I can give to them to learn the skill to convert it into points. Simple enough, right? Agile guy, we'll give it to Serafina. And smart guy, we're going to give to Christo. Using this has no effect. He must have that already. Drew? Doing research, he can't use it on dead units. Okay, well, that's pretty standard. Probably can't teach a dead dog new tricks, right? I know that's not the analogy. All right, so that's all, right? Nope. There's a whole shit ton more. How about interrogations? Yeah, you can capture characters, or they can surrender to you, and you can interrogate them. So we got Zoro here that I'm currently interrogating with my red, God, why can't I remember your name off the top of my head? Red Magnus. So I'm going to use certain skills to attempt to lower his SP points until he's so weak that he's going to give in. I can either then solicit him in certain cases to become an ally of mine, and so I can use him, or I can extract his essence, let him go, and use that item to increase the stats of my current roster. So there's reasons to interrogate. Now, you get 5 interrogations after every mission, but they don't sort of consecutively add up. I wish they did, so I didn't have to do this over and over again. And certain skills are going to do better based on the stats. So this guy doesn't have a good resistance, so I think I'm going to threaten him. I think it does a little bit more. But what I've noticed is that the special skill seems to do the most statistically all the time. So I'm not exactly sure if this is balanced or not. It is something that I find weird with the game at this point. Now, I can make citizens out of these certain ones. It's just basically they're going to be in your netherworld at this point. So I can make Jeremy a citizen of the netherworld at this point, and he'll, pop up here and there. Recruiter. Besides the main characters, you will hire your other staff via this, besides getting through the interrogation portion. So there are certain classes that I've unlocked. You can unlock more with time and certain events. And so I can hire an orc, for example, or a green slime, or a cat saber. I'm actually going to hire a Lurne for you guys. This is a random name generator, so Hermione, Line, Jackie. Let's go with Francis. You can also choose what kind of ability. Depending on the ability that you're choosing in terms of how skilled they are, your gold amount goes up. So, for example, I'm going to choose the skilled class, give her a little bit more attack, some intelligence, and some hit. Up her grade in terms of levels, so now she'll come at level 18. I give it a certain characteristic. Each character will have a certain attitude based on what is available, so you can listen via graceful, flowery, or tomboy. I'm going to go with flowery. You can change their color scheme, and that character is a part of my team now. You're going to want to hire more characters, as I said in the combat video, because even though you may get used to your main squad, there's going to be reasons, especially in the item world, to have more. Strategy assembly. Yep, we're not done yet. I want to call it strategy assembly. These are little vote-like systems in terms of getting me more portions in terms of my characters. It uses mana. So, for example, I'm going to have Scott go in and try to... Let's see here. I want better items at the store. They have a 66% rate of being able to do this. So we're going to go to the assembly, see what everybody's opinion is. All right, so you can tell by the colors of the skin whether or not they're going to vote for you. So, okay, strongly for. I don't have to worry about this one. In favor of, okay, good. Either way, leaning yes, total support, but he's sleeping. That's not good. Blue, blue, blue. Is there anybody who's red? I might be okay. Let's find out. There's no reds at this point. Nay, nay, I, nay, nay, I. I think the ayes have it. Oh, no. Oh, okay, yeah, because somebody, they're louder at this point because it's based off of volume almost. I can give up or I can pay up, asking for that amount of money. Nope. I could persuade by force, attack them, but, we're going to give up for now. Let us do somebody else. Let's use Christo. Yeah, let's go better items of the store again. Let's see if we can do better this time, because there are ways you can influence it. Say either way, leaning no. Okay, I don't like that. He wants hand items. I can bribe him by giving them certain items. Like, okay, he's not very interested in the handmade bracers. Okay. Hand. Looks like you're not liking anything of mine here. Oh, you want the rare item. Yeah, I'm not going to give you that. Not going to give you any of that stuff. Yeah, I'll give you the caterpillar egg, though. Now he likes me either way. Now he's either way. And so I can keep on giving him items. I'm going to give him a bunch of stealing hands, hence the hand portion. And now he's in favor of. So now you see he's got a little shade of blue there. So you can influence it if you really want to at this point. Leaning no. You want glasses. You probably should have glasses at this point. I mean, yeah, take those. Take the binoculars. How about some more binoculars? I don't really want to give you any more binoculars. Okay, we'll give you one more binoculars. All right, yes. All right, let's see what happens. I, nay. Ah, dang it. That loud voice. And that was the person I bribed, too. It sucks. But that's going to happen, and so you got to be very cautious about where you go after things. We're not done yet. Like I said, there's a lot of mechanics in this game. Innocence. Innocence are parts to your items, and so you have things like on your catcher's mitt here, I've got a marksman that adds statistics to it, but I can take it off in certain cases and put it on something that I'm actually using, like let's say the tricolored mochi or the power belt. So now I add it to the power belt, and you'll notice on the stat, now anybody who equips this item gets more statistics. You can really customize your equipment to the point of, you can make somebody a defensive specialist just by using items alone. It's rather nice. Now, there are certain items in Innocence that you won't be able to remove from the item in question. Those are called unique Innocence. Things like Freezer here adds a water element to the attack. So keep that in mind. We have squads. I know, I keep on going, guys, but that's what this is for. Organized squads. Each per character can be part of a squad that can do certain things. For example, we got our capture squad here. These are 4 characters that now have the ability to capture characters and put them into the interrogation room for later, interrogation. You've got characters like the interrogation squad. Okay, I've got one person who's able to do that at this point, that being Red Magnus. Relief party. Now allies in the base panel recover every turn. Okay, so if they go back to that base panel where I start and spawn people from, everything's okay. Giant Killer Squad, they become giants at the start of battle. Enhanced stats for assigned members by size of squad. You can unlock new squads with those, things that I said before in terms of the assemblies and things like that. Or I can even strengthen a squad by assigning prisoners to each squad's backup to strengthen it. So, for example, if I wanted to strengthen my capture squad, I'm going to put Edward there and Gabe. So now there's an improved effect of capturing. Cool enough. We're still not done. We got research. Yes, we can research the areas in which we're going to at this point. So, for example, I've had my guys over at the Blood Parch, and they completed their mission. So, I received a report. Negotiations succeeded. I got a warrior as a prisoner. I got a sardine. Let's see, what else? Caterpillar egg. Defeated the rabbit, took Captain Rabbit as a prisoner. Discovered a gate to purported northwest. So I think that's a new area I can go to. So these are for people who, you don't necessarily have them in your party right now, but they are right now part of this mission. So now I don't really need them anymore in terms of, they don't really have a purpose at this point. So I need to figure out what I want to do with them. Is this okay? Okay. What item do I want to obtain? Attain saved item and readiness. What prisoner do you wish to attain? Oh, okay. So, little bit of a note. You can only pick up certain amounts from it. So, I can choose one item out of this at this point. I think I want to choose that Rayo Bang, unless if there's something else here that's obvious. No. Yeah, that Rayo Bang. I don't have a rabbit yet, so I'm going to choose that.
Is this okay?
And I've discovered things at this point. Cool. This is good for, just, giving your guys other things to do and still, being able to play the rest of the game. There is a lot to do in this game, guys. And if you're looking for content and content alone, in terms of like hours played, this game will give you that. I will assure you that, because I'm 40 hours in. I'm only at the chapter 4 at this point, and honestly, it's done a lot in terms of enjoyment for me. So this is definitely a recommendation for me for any tactics RPG fan and anybody who has played the Disagea series. It is an interesting plot in my case. There's the Lost. Basically, you're a bunch of rebels. You all have your reasons to want to fight them. And honestly, there is some interesting storylines, and the characters work well together. All right, this is Dragonix signing out. I will probably have another video or two beyond the battle one about this game, just some more miscellaneous stuff, but I wanted to give you a little bit more information. I will see you all later.